Hi, it's Julie Davison. Today I'm going to show you how to use the All Dressed Up bundle and the Dress and Form Popping Cuts dies to make a fun dress up pop-up card. So here's the card that I created using the Sycamore Street Sale-a-bration Designer Series paper. And there's the inside. It pops up with a cute little dress and the greeting says, "Happy birthday, fashionably late, but worth the wait." Isn't it darling? The worst part about sending this card is you have to be late. Let me show you how all the pieces come together. So this is on page 32 of the Stampin' Up! Spring Catalog, and the first item on the page here over on the right side is the card base Poppin' Cuts. And that is an extra large die, so you do need to have the extra large cutting plates. And this will also fit the movers and shapers. If you have any of those, the magnetic pieces will fit in here. And if you have any of the other Poppin' Cuts, they will also fit in this base. Right now, Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell any others except for this dress form, but if you have other Sizzix Poppin' Cuts, they will work in this base. This base is different from the other Poppin' Cut bases. It has a closure down here and a decorative edge at the top. So just this die, that's the first one, the card base. You're going to use a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of cardstock on the die, and when you run it through, it cuts the decorative edge at the top, and then it cuts the little closure here at the bottom for the cards to slip into. So even without all the dress up stuff and all the popping cut, the pop-up part, this is still a really cool card base. And here's a card I made that doesn't have a pop-up inside. It just has the really cool closure, and so you can use those for all kinds of things. Now, the die does not score in the middle. I did pre-score my cardstock at 5.5 so that it would be easy to line up with those lines here on the side. But the die itself does not score in the middle, so you can score any dimension that you want and make a different size card with that decorative edge and the base. Okay, so that's the first item. That's the card base Poppin' Cuts, and then the other piece that you need to make the pop-ups is the dress form Poppin' Cuts, and that's this this piece here, which is magnetic, and so it fits right into the base, and you slide it up. You want to make sure that the top of the dress form is at the top where the decorative edge is. Now, I cut my cardstock just a little bit smaller. This is 4 inches by 9 inches, and you can line that up. I wanted to leave a border on either side, so when I'm lining up, you can see I'm just leaving just a slight border on either side of that. So when I run that through the Big Shot, I get this piece here, and it die cuts the piece to pop up. So when I'm putting the card together, the white piece fits inside the blue piece. One more thing to show you, and then I'll show you how to put the card together. The last item on the page here is the framelit dies, and the framelit dies cut the dress shapes and the dress form shape. So there's 3 pieces here, and you can get the framelits by themselves. So even if you don't want to do the pop-up card, you can still get the framelits and even the stamp set and create amazing things. Here are some dresses that I made using just the framelits. I used the bottom, I used an embossing folder here for the bottom, the Delicate Designs borders. It's in the annual catalog. I also used that same embossing folder at the top of this dress and some of the two-tone ribbon for the bottom. So you can really have a lot of fun creating different dresses and different looks just with the framelits alone. This doesn't use any of the other dies. So this can be lots and lots of fun if you love to dress up. Okay, so let me show you how to put this card together that I'm showing you today, the happy birthday card with the Sycamore Street Designer Series paper. So I'm going to start with the white pop-up part of the card. And there's a score line right there at the top. It sort of creates a tabletop. And so I'm going to kind of work my my fingers in there to do that score line first. And then after I've got that one, I'm going to bring these other pieces forward. So this would be the front of the tabletop, and also you want to fold the very bottom edge of that dress form. So that sort of gives you the beginning of your shape there. A little crease there at the front of the table, and that's it. Now you have your pop-up part to go inside. And so when you put adhesive on it, you want to make sure to put adhesive not on the middle part. Okay, so it's okay to put some here on the edge, and you want to put some there on the edge and down here, but just make sure not to put any on the dress form or that tabletop inside there. Now I find the easiest way to put this inside is to line it up with the top, and then to sort of fold my card close here, and then to let the bottom kind of come down so that it gets in place. Okay, I've pre-cut some pieces for the inside. This is, again, the Sycamore Street Designer paper from Sale-a-bration. So I've got a dress cut out, and then the dress form in Island Indigo cardstock. And the dress is going to stick out. It's not the same size. It's going to stick around the edges. So instead of putting adhesive on the dress, I'm going to put it on the dress form. However, you do want to make sure that you don't put it at the top, because the dress does not go all the way up to the top, so we don't want to have adhesive sticking out the edge. So stick your dress on, and then I used a piece of the Sycamore Street ribbon, and this comes in 3 different colors in one package, along with some designer buttons. This is the Tangerine Tango Pool Party and Island Indigo. So I've cut a piece of ribbon, and I'm going to do the little bunny ears to tie a bow, and then you can just work with it a little bit, and then just use the scissors to trim it down. And then I stuck that on with a mini glue dot. And then the necklace is from this sheet of rhinestones, the part on the side that has just a string of them. And I am using 5 rhinestones. And I do have glue dots already on them to create the necklace. And then I'll put adhesive on the white dress form. And also make sure to get it down here at the bottom of the dress form as well. And stick my dress right on there. And to add a little interest, I just have another piece of Tangerine Tango designer paper. I'm sorry, not designer paper, just cardstock. Here at the bottom, and the Sycamore Street designer paper. And then the greeting, which I just love. Fashionably late, but worth the wait. Happy birthday. And Tangerine Tango. Okay, that's it for the front of the card. Now we're going to just pop those in here on the closures to close the card and decorate the front. So for the front, I have one of our new white tea lace paper doilies, and I'm just going to put adhesive in the center of the doily and put it right in the middle of the card. And then I have the dress form. This is the same color Island Indigo that I used on the inside, and that's just going to go in the center of the card. And then over in the corner I have some banners or flags. This is a really popular trend. Again, I showed you a tip the other day for this, so I'll just show you again. The easiest way to have the perfect banner is to cut right in the center with your scissors, and then to cut from each corner up to that center mark. And so it doesn't matter how wide the paper is, you're always going to get the perfect flag. So I'm going to just attach these on with some snail adhesive. Up in the corner of the card. And the happy birthday, I used that stamp that we used on the inside, and I just used the marker to omit everything else and just do happy birthday, and did it on the white cardstock. So that's where that came from. Here's a little bling, and there's the finished card. It's a lovely surprise that I'm sure your friends and family will sure enjoy when you send them in the mail. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll try making this card at home. Happy stamping!